My name is Jessica Levy. I'm the Director of Outpatient Services for Princeton House in Eatontown, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. Today I'm going to give you a brief overview of DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, and how it's particularly helpful for adolescents suffering from various behavioral and emotional issues. Dialectical behavioral therapy is the balance between acceptance and change, and provides individuals essentially with life skills to manage painful emotions, as well as urges to act on maladaptive behaviors such as self-harm, suicidal thoughts, disordered eating behaviors, and impulsivity. DBT is helpful for anyone suffering from depression or anxiety, anybody having trouble perceiving and relating to situations and people, as well as anyone with a rigid and unhealthy pattern of thinking, functioning, and behaving. The four main skills learned through DBT are distress tolerance, core mindfulness, emotion regulation, and interpersonal effectiveness. Distress tolerance and core mindfulness are acceptance skills, and often the skills that we use to get through the moment when our emotions are in control of us. Emotion regulation and interpersonal effectiveness are change skills, and often the skills that we use when we're in control of our emotions to implement change. The first acceptance skill is distress tolerance. Distress tolerance focuses on managing an adolescent's impulsive behavior and helps support them in times of crises. The goal of distress tolerance is to get through the moment without making it worse, and we do this by using skills. One thing that is taught to adolescents is to practice radical acceptance and accept reality as it is, keeping in mind pain plus non-acceptance equals suffering, and pain plus acceptance equals moving forward. Adolescents would use distress tolerance skills when they're having difficulty controlling their emotions and are experiencing urges to engage in impulsive behaviors. Take, for example, anger. Anger is often an emotion that adolescents struggle with controlling, and rather than screaming, yelling, or throwing things, an adolescent could stop, take a step back, observe, proceed mindfully, or use self-soothe skills such as listening to pleasurable music or petting their dog or cat, to help them get through the moment and avoid acting out. The second acceptance skill is mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply living in the present moment with complete awareness. Mindfulness can be practiced anywhere, at any time, while doing anything. Many people assume mindfulness is just meditation. However, meditation is just a type of mindfulness skill that someone can practice. The key to practicing mindfulness is to do so with intention. Mindfulness skills are particularly helpful for anxiety, as they will help ground adolescents and bring them to the present moment. The first change skill is emotion regulation. Emotion regulation skills are used to decrease emotional suffering and emotional vulnerabilities. In other words, if somebody's not getting enough sleep and they're not eating enough balanced meals, then that can cause them to be irritable. Emotion regulation also helps adolescents understand and name their emotion. Oftentimes when you ask an adolescent what is wrong, they're unable to label the exact emotion they are experiencing, and by using a combination of mindfulness skills and emotion regulation skills, adolescents are better able to understand what they are feeling and why they are feeling that way. The second change skill is interpersonal effectiveness. Interpersonal effectiveness targets interpersonal chaos. In other words, it focuses on communication and relationships. Adolescents often struggle with effectively asking for what they need or want, and also struggle with saying no to others. Interpersonal effectiveness skills teach adolescents how to be skillful in getting their needs met, as well as building positive relationships and ending destructive ones. If your teenager is struggling to manage intense emotions, you may want to consider talking to a behavioral health professional about dialectical behavioral therapy and the benefits it may provide.